Welcome back to DM Prep. My name is Ian, and I will be your DM for today. Today we are prepping episode 22 of the Gilded Roleplay's Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. When last we left off, the heroes were in the city of Mitros that climbed the Colossus of Pythor and defeated the Lady of Coins, and then sold her... Actually, they didn't sell anything. They just proved to Terran Nordagon that she was dead. And managed to convince him to pay them, even though I was playing him up as a pompous asshole, which was totally not as written, but, you know, I had fun with it anyway. So they killed her, which was a very emotional moment for Scorpius, which means that Scorpius doesn't get any spotlight for the next 27 sessions. I'm joking. In terms of spotlighting, it's been a long time since Helios, our boy Helios, has had any spotlight. In fact, I think it was session 4. So it is long past time for him to get some spotlight. So the players have decided they're going to the Island of the Fates. So I've read the Island of the Fates once, because I did read through the entirety of Chapter 5 one time. I still need to read through the entirety of Chapter 6, which I'm noticing is only 16 pages long, so that's cool. Actually, 15 pages. So, yeah, how you... Those are 15 apart? Yeah, it's 15 pages. So that's neat. So I think the really big thing that I need to decide on is how to personify these, or not even personify, how to roleplay the Fates. Obviously aloof, obviously haughty and all-knowing. But I want to really have solid flavor come through for each of them. Hey, no worries, CJ Rose. You're just catching the start of Odyssey. Completing each other's sentences, yes, absolutely. Completing each other's sentences. Absolutely. But the big thing is like, oh yeah, she's doting on Ribald, and she snips the hag's loom with a pair of rusty scissors as she speaks, cackling frequently. She drools, clearly imagining how they would taste. Attends to her mother faithfully and flirts with the heroes. It's like, okay, cool, like that's neat or whatever, but like it doesn't really give me actionable ways to roleplay the three of them. So I kind of want to Oracle from the Matrix, like Neo in the vase. Yeah, basically. Anything the players do, like they're already gonna know. The Fates will refer to Yasenna only as Andromeda. So the reason for that is that so Andromeda was Yasenna's sculptor, daughter of Sidon, and her soul resides inside Yasenna, and was raised by the Fates. So Andromeda was raised by the Fates. Also, I came up with this handy-dandy family tree for each of my characters. I'm not going to hold it up to the camera because that would be a nightmare. It is unfortunately very incomplete and not nearly as connected as I'd like it to be. Like, the players are connected to one another by family, mostly through the Titans, but I didn't actually connect them. So like for Orsino, I have him connected to Versi the Oracle, but then I don't have Versi the Oracle connected to Sidon. Oops. So like Versi and Yasenna are technically half sisters, and like there's a bunch of connections that I just didn't write out. And then there's Alaris just off on her own because she has no parents or children or cousins or anything. She's just curiosity made manifest. But that's really neither here nor there. So the big things that I need to be aware of. So the Fates raised Andromeda, and I kind of need to invent some shit about it. I kind of just horked it. Burning with the Fates. Loom crafting. They can use their loom to craft a magic item. So this is something that Helios is going to need of them. Helios needs. Let's go to treasures. Hag's loom. Helios needs his Cloak of Invisibility. As written, it needs Golden Fleece and Gorgon Blood. But I'm going to say it needs the golden lion hide. Just because I foreshadowed that they would need the golden lion for something, and this would be neat if that was the reason that they need it. The cloak of invisibility needs the golden lion hide. Sure. And Gorgon blood. Ooh. Maybe I don't need the Gorgon blood. I don't know. They can stop holding on to the golden lion, more likely. Yeah, I mean, yes. That's kind of the hope. They keep saying, like, oh, no, like, we're gonna know when we need it. Well, yeah, like, you need it for this. Like, yeah, this is kind of like, duh. They do still need 20,000 gold pieces to craft it, so they're gonna have to come back to the Item of the Fates at some point. So that's not gonna be something that they can start immediately. And as you can see from this handy-dandy calendar that I made, which is 10 by 6, I just decided there's 10 days and whatever. I put magic items on the calendar. And then I also put big ol' heckin' dollar signs. And the dollar signs are essentially Helios's interest in the Siren's Roost as well as the wine trade in Mitros payout. And they already told Ambrosia to just send the money right to Vulcan. So that's how dat. Just every time we hit one of those days, more money gets sent to Vulcan, and then I just need to keep track of how much money Vulcan has. At this time, Vulcan has just enough money to craft all of these items here. So I'll just have to keep track of how much money Vulcan has. Vulcan inventory. GP 0. Well, GP currently is 1,500. Branch of the Heart Tree items. Golden Fleece, Eternal Apple. I think that's about it. I don't know. I can ask my players if there's anything else. Oh, Gorgon Blood? What do they need Gorgon Blood for? Whoop, this guy. Mithril Forge items. Let's open it up. Staff of Healing, but they don't have the other part. Trying to fish command. Invisibility cloak. Well, yeah, I mean they need Gorgon blood for the cloak of invisibility. Yeah, but there were things on this table, but I don't think they would have sent it to him unless they actually needed it for something. So we're just gonna say they need Gorgon blood. Let's just say they need it. And then, you know, I'm fairly certain that the players still have it. So they did not send the Medusa hair snakes to Vulcan, I don't think. Okay. Is there anything else that they found? Pixie Wings, Eternal Apple. They sent the Eternal Apple. The Orb of Star Metal. So yeah, I'm asking my players on Discord what they actually sent to Vulcan. I think that's about it. So so there's 3 things I'm not clear on, which is the Gorgon blood, the Orb of Star Metal, and Medusa hair snakes. Not yet sent. Gorgon blood was sent with the last batch of stuff. Okay. So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the Island of Fates. So I'm just trying to figure out Vulcan's inventory. So we're going to have not yet sent and not yet sent. Cool. And it'll just be Quantum Gorgon Blood. If they have the Gorgon Blood on them, then I will tell them that it needs Gorgon Blood if they don't have Gorgon Blood on them. I don't want the Gorgon Blood to be the limiting factor. I want the money to be the limiting factor, because there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Okay. So let's just reread this stuff. Bleak Rocky Place, Wind and Rain, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, this is probably very boring to watch as I Discord message my players in a place where no one can see literally anything. But one of my players said that maybe the Orb of Star Metal was sent. I don't know. Who knows? Surrounded by rocky cliffs, one small bay where a ship can make harbor. Yep. Make anchor, rather. Little more than rocks and shallow ponds. Plant life, mostly moss and stunted twisted trees. Small lizards, frogs, and toads live in the murky pools. Seagulls cry out ceaselessly from the cliffs. Coven of hags make their lair in the cave system at the center of the island. They are in fact the ancient beings known throughout Thalia as the Fates. Center of the island is a pit with a narrow path that leads down to the bottom. Yep. At the very bottom of the pit is a fetid shallow pond. Humanoid skeletons reach out from the pond in several places. Around the edge of the pond is a single large cave entrance, flanked by 3 smaller tunnels. Okay. Largest of the caves leads to the lair of the hags. It's great trying to get ideas for getting better at prepping certainly helps. Thanks. I appreciate you saying so. Guarded by a Lamia, bargained with the Fates long ago. She failed to fulfill her contract. They transformed her into a monster. She greets the heroes stoically and guides them to the hags. Fates protect themselves through the services of cursed mortals who have broken their contracts with the Coven. In addition to Lamia, the caves are watched over by 2 other monsters. All 3 of these servants are vigilant and protect the Fates with their lives. A Medusa and a shambling mound. Cool. Oh, the timeline. Okay. Fates have lived on this island for millennia. They've always been willing to make dark deals with those willing to pay their price. They've bargained with great beings such as Sidon and Lutheria. They've also made deals with lesser powers such as nymphs and even mortal heroes. Triggered by Shambling Mound. Get over it. Coven's led by a night hag named Granny Morta. The other 2 members of the Coven are Morta's revolting daughters, Nona and Decima. And then descriptions of the 3 Fates. Yeah, so how to roleplay the Fates. Yeah, it's true. Epic Path, consulting the Fates. Several of the Epic Paths need to consult with the Fates in order to learn more about the events that forever changed their lives. Doomed One, Haunted One, Dragon Slayer. Okay. Doomed One also needs to use the Hag's Loom. Cool. So I don't have a Haunted One, but I do have a Doomed One and a Dragon Slayer. And also I'm kind of making my Doomed One a little bit into a Haunted One. So let's running the Epic Paths. Doomed One. Doomed One. Fates, consulting the Fates. Reveal the full prophecy of the company of the Doomed One birth. They were to suffer all their life and die 3 times to satisfy the Queen of Death. So I'm going to do a smort, and I'm just going to copy this into my notes, because I never do that, and it always sucks. Epic Path info. Doomed One. There we go. Reveal the full prophecy of the company of the Doomed Ones. Suffer all their life, die 3 times to satisfy the Queen of Death. They also reveal the full story of the Doomed Ones' birth parents and the cruelty of Lutheria's practical joke. What demanded them to be sacrificed along with many other children as part of an annual wine festival. Of all the parents of these children, only the Doomed Ones refused. Consequently, Lutheria slaughtered the Doomed Ones' parents and directed her entire army of servants to torment the child endlessly as a practical joke. Okay. It's just a prank, bro. I mean, yeah, that is kind of Lutheria's humor. The Fates possess a magical loom that can be used to forge an item capable of protecting against Lutheria. This requires the Doomed One to either kill the Fates or bargain with them. Okay. If they kill the Fates, then there's no one here to craft the item. and they'll actually need to like craft it themselves, which will waste a lot of time. Okay. Okay. All right, let's look at the Dragon Slayer. Consulting the Fates. Fates reveal that the Dragon Slayer should seek the wisdom of the Sun God under the constellation of the Chariot. He will help the Dragon Slayer find the revenge that they seek. Accuse it Weird Al. I was only kidding. I don't remember that song. Okay. Okay, and then the Haunted one, which is not actually one I have, but reveal the Haunted one's full backstory, including the prophecy and the fact that Mitros erased their family from all memory. Only the Fates know the truth. Foretold to break the power of death. So this is kind of what I want to do. The Haunted one was foretold to break the power of death. So Lutheria ordered them sacrificed. Yeah, I'll figure it out at the table. So, well, no, I don't want to figure it out at the table. I want to figure it out now. So how do I combine these two things? So there was a prophecy. That a prophecy foretold of a child born in... I'm actually just going to write this in like second person. A prophecy foretold of a child born in your village will go on to die 3 times and break the power of death. Lutheria heard of the prophecy and ordered that the entire village, that all children of the village be sacrificed. Only your parents refused, and so Lutheria killed everyone. So this suggests that Helios has already died twice, which I really like, because like, fuck 3 times, I'm gonna use thrice. A child born in your village would go on to die thrice and break the power of death. When none remained standing, she left. But not before you were marked. Her servants can see her mark. Okay. Okay, so Helios has already died twice. He died when he was a child, and he died when Demetria's Maenads murdered the shit out of him. He will get a third true resurrection. That'll get him his third death as per the prophecy. So I definitely need to kill Helios before he meets Lutheria, because he'll be like, "Oh fuck, that's 3 deaths. I don't get another one." Prophecy foretold of a child born in your village. Foretold. Who would go on to die thrice and break the power of death. Lutheria heard of the prophecy and ordered that all children in the village be sacrificed. Only her parents refused, and so Lutheria killed everyone. When none remained standing, she left, but not before you were marked. Her servants can see her mark and are driven mad by it. Shortly thereafter, you awoke, apparently unharmed. Cared for by a neighboring village. I think it'd be cool to have the third death happen at Lutheria's own hand. That would be pretty neat. I definitely think that the death either needs to happen at Lutheria or before Lutheria. One or the other. Either is appropriate. I definitely don't want... Thanks, Andy. Andy is so good at helping me murder people. Also, I have way too much shit for Odyssey. Like, I have 4 auto crits, and it's just like, God, oh, another one. We got another one. Jeez, Andy. You really want these people to die. I guess this is the only campaign that you're not involved in, so this is the one you dropped the channel points on. That makes sense. I said I did. I said I did what? It's so hard with Twitch chat. I don't have that command, Jordan. Okay. 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 So now the gifted one doesn't actually have anything, like for the Island of the Fates. Gifted one. Oh, needed to kill Helios. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely need to kill Helios, so thank you for the assistance. I never really know when to use take 20s. Like, for a vampire's claw attack, it's real nice to use a take 20. Like, make sure it hits so that they get grappled, so that I can bite them. Like, that's neat. That works. That helps. That's, you know, that functions. But other than that, it's like, I feel like I want to use take 20s on saving throws that I really don't want to fail, or, you know, ability checks that I really don't want to fail. You know, I never want to use it on an attack roll, because it's like, well, there is a chance that I crit, but if I use a take 20, there's no chance that I crit. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. So the players are saying that they did send the Gorgon blood. So, that's weird. I don't know why. Don't know why. It seems they did not send the Orbistar medal, though. I don't know why they would send one and not the other. I'll just leave it here and... Oh, here's a chance to crit. Thank you. I do like Cheer Spells because it's a 9.75 chance. 9.75% chance to crit. So, let's get back to the Island of Fates. We got another... Andy, do you have any points left over? Like, geez, you just spent 14,000. 14,400. Jeebus. You spent a gross 100 points. Oh my god, Andy. I know the giveaway. No, oh, thanks, Jordan. Well, they're getting murdered the first time they fight anything. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Okay, Fetid Pond. Hideous Fates. Consulting the Fate. That's as far as I got. This expansive cave smells strongly of rotten eggs. A large pit in the center of the cave is filled with bubbling yellow ichor. Swimming around in the ichor are dozens of worm-like larvae and with mortal faces. Scattered around the caves are heaps of filthy linens. In the far corner of the room, 3 hideous women stand around an imposing loom, which seems to have been carved from the bones of a gigantic creature. The hags are almost always found here working on the loom or cackling to each other about the gruesome death of past heroes. I would love it if one of the players happened to be looking at that file right then. That would be pretty funny. I was actually just thinking, like, I could just, like, go in here and be like, yeah, I have 14 crits. It's like, maybe don't do that. But, you know, not a whole lot stopping me. They might also be carving up a squealing larva and eating it alive. The hags are not hostile. They will instead wait to see if the heroes have come to negotiate for some boon or magical item. If the heroes are hostile toward the hags, then the coven will use their full power to destroy the intruders. The horrifying larvae are worms the size of dogs and have the faces of humans, elves, dwarves, and other mortals. They are evil souls who have been rewarded for their past deeds. They will be used as food for fiends or spell components in the hag's dark rituals. And then the Loom of the Fates. It was crafted from the bones of a metallic dragon. This is the Hag's Loom, a powerful magic item. The loom currently supports a beautiful tapestry that is being woven by the hags. The tapestry's image shows everything that has happened to the heroes over the course of the last week, including their arrival at the Hag's Cave. So really the only thing that's happened in the last week by the time they get there is sailing, getting the Orb of Star Metal, going to Mitros, doing all the stuff that they did in Mitros, which mostly is just going to the Colossus of Pythor and defeating the Lady of Coins, and then sailing to the Hags. Thrice the Doomed One paced against the gates of death. Thrice they thwarted the lasting dream's depth. Thrice they avoided the endless sleep. Obeyed, avoided the timeless creep. Why are you so good at this, Shadows? Why are you so good at this? You said thrice. Oh, it's dirty. Hey, Jax. How's it going? Hey, Lycan. That is dirty, using thrice. That, ugh. Dirty. But yeah, I'm just gonna... Prophecy foretold your birth. Thrice, the Doomed One. Ooh, there's 3 of them. It's thrice. There's three. Ooh. It's math. Obeyed? I don't know what obeyed means. Abated? No, I feel like obey. I feel like obeyed is a word. Obeyed. Huh? I feel like I've heard that word. Obey. Cute. Thrice they avoided the endless sleep, avoided the timeless creep. Okay, so I need to figure out the voices for the 3, because I want to... I'm struggling here. 2 of the hags start frantically throwing around piles of linens while the eldest walks confidently towards the pile and, without looking, pulls out the bottom tapestry as she holds it up and begins to tell the tale. The other two cease their rifling and join her. As the words Hey Inferno, we got a Samus in chat. I don't got a Samus in my office though. She's downstairs sleeping. So a prophecy foretold your birth. Two of the hags start frantically throwing around piles of linens, while the eldest walks confidently towards a pile and, without looking, pulls out the bottom tapestry. Thrice they dodged the endless sleep, evaded the endless creep. Yeah, thrice they dodged. Yeah, words are hard. Avoided and... I'm just going to go with evaded. Thrice they dodged the endless sleep. Evaded. No. And thus evaded the timeless creep. Thrice the doomed one paced against the gates of death. Thrice they thwarted the lasting dream's depths. Thrice they dodged the endless sleep and thus evaded the timeless creep. You see the scenes play out in front of you, and then the three of them tell the prophecy. And then it's all about pacing. It is. Total of a child born in your village who go on to die thrice and break the power of death. Lutheria heard of the prophecy and ordered that all children of the village be sacrificed. Only her parents refused, and so Lutheria killed everyone. When none remained standing, she left, but not before you were marked. Whoops. You and everyone else dead, but not before you were marked. No. She left you and everyone else dead. Your soul is marked by her scythe. Her servants can see her mark and are driven mad by it. Shortly thereafter, you awoke, apparently unharmed, cared for by a neighboring village. Yeah, so Helios died, but here's by the hags. I let the PC guide answers. I don't really know. Dragon's egg. The hag's most valuable item is copper dragon egg. Gave the egg to them so it could be corrupted and delivered to Sidon. Hag Coven has been responsible for corrupting all the metallic dragon eggs that come into possession of Sidon and Lutheria. Even with the magic the hags use in the eggs, the dragons are not born evil, but they are made susceptible to evil's influence. They have a strange collection of jewelry, artwork, and magic items. Bunch of stuff. Strange necklace made from teeth of Yugoloth and been dipped in gold. Silver winged skull has been coated in platinum. 2 potions of greater healing. They can negotiate a deal with the Hag Coven if they wish. They will assume that is the reason why the heroes have come to their island and won't attack until they know better. They can ask for something specific, or the hags can suggest some of the options listed below. Only one hero needs to make a deal with the hags. These are the services the hags can provide to heroes in exchange for tasks. Divination, raise dead, bestow experience. Okay. Tasks of the Fates. Hags will demand in exchange for their services. Tasks always come with a time limit and count as evil deeds that stain the reputation of the party when carried out. Kill the Oracle within 2 weeks. Bring a baby girl to the Coven within a week. Bring a living nymph to the Coven within a week. They hate the Oracle and have always wished her dead. Baby girl will be twisted and corrupted to create a new hag. Nymph will be tortured and devoured as a delectable snack. Cool. They will afflict those who break the deal with the curse of Medusa. For more information about the curse, for more blah blah blah. The other 3 tunnels that flank the main cave entrance lead deep into the earth, Underdark, Nether Sea, cool, and Hades. Cool. Cave of Manticores, all the way up top. High up near the top of the mountain, come across cave, bones, blah blah blah. Family manticores, mated pair and their offspring. 4 smaller manticores, siblings hate each other. Only return to the cave occasionally. You can add them to the encounter if you wish to increase the danger and tension. Cool. Over the years, the manticores have gathered treasure: 1,100 silver, 650 gold, 2 meshed platinum goblets worth 400 gold each, necklace of sapphires worth 1,500 gold. Ruined tower. Crumbling tower is built for a scale far larger than normal human proportions. Civilization that built it must have been giant. Skeletal remains of the former inhabitants are scattered throughout the ruin. In addition to the great size, these skeletons all have skulls with a single central eye socket and 6 arms. Wow, Geigans, who'd have thunk it? There was once a lighthouse and fort for the Geigan Empire, brought down by the Dragon Lords 5 centuries ago. Inside the tower's a bronze chest has been broken open, obviously been looted, still contains a number of large scroll cases. They detail the history of the war between the Dragon Lords and the Geigan Empire. Paints the Dragon Lords as brutal oppressors who wiped out the Geigans without a shred of mercy. I mean, I think the players got that already. Where's that tower? Oh, here. Okay. So the question is, what do I want? Will the hags tell them? Will the fates tell them things without paying them at all? And I think the answer is no. Were the oracles able to use the hag's loom? Ooh. So even if they do kill the hags, they can leave Versi behind to craft the thing. So I do want to come up with 3 voices for the hags, just to add a tiny bit of flavor. Maybe like, Granny Marta. Leaving Versi behind. That would be really, really good for them, actually. Just leave Versi behind, because then she'd be out of Orsino's hair. But yeah, also Versi would probably die. Let's be real. I would imagine the players would leave a bunch of crew behind with Versi to protect her. Because, you know, last time Versi was left alone, she got attacked by a sea hag. Oops. Yeah. So yeah, these are all very expensive things. I kind of DDAL Season 4 Jenny Green Teeth. Not heroic of scale, but no less a labor. Why? Stop being good at stuff. What does Jenny Green Teeth want? Here we go. So we've got a D20 table here of things that a green hag would ask someone for. So let's pull it over here so I can make it big and zoom in. God damn it, Shadow. Stop being so good at this shit. I have embiggened. Morta. We require a trade, a favor. I do have to get rid of the U in favor, just FYI. Nona Decima. So I'm actually going to do Nona Decima Morta. Nona Decima Morta. Okay. We provide these services to you if the terms are acceptable to your party, your crew. So here's the D20 thing. Give her a lingering embrace. Allow her to dig 1 ounce of earwax from your ear with only your finger. Bring her 13 strands of your hair. Every strand must be exactly the length of your thumb. Tell her your deepest, darkest fear. You instinctively understand that she will know if you are lying, and that dismissing this as a laughable matter will enrage her. Allow her to trim your toenails with her teeth. So for information, they will answer. Get rid of the U in favor, but not in the. Oh, I missed that one. Thanks for pointing it out, Jordan. That actually made it fit on one line. Thanks. I'm just dyslexic and illiterate and tired. For information, they will answer 3 questions per Jenny Green Teeth request. These are just to make the players uncomfortable. For crafting on the Hag's Loom, use the book requests. Probably ask for Versi Death, because, I mean, come on. Is that not perfect? Like, seriously, kill the Oracle within 2 weeks. 3 questions per Jenny Green Teeth request. Maintain direct and unblinking eye contact with Jenny for no less than a minute. Neither of you is allowed to speak. At the end of this time, you must succeed on a DC 10 con save, or ever scream so loudly that you begin your next adventure deafened. What? Oh, okay. Interesting. Convince your 3 closest allies to donate 1 drop of blood each to Jenny's friendship muffin recipe. Gross. Build a bonfire and burn the large wicker human effigy near Jenny's yurt. She assures you there's nothing wrong. Don't mind the screaming. Bite the burgomaster's finger and make it successful. Well, that one I can't use. Bring the village execution to Jenny's hut for tea time. Well, that one I can't do. Can't do. Bring her a small white puppy, a large brown cat, and an aged rooster. Allow her to dye your hair with the color of her choosing. This new color is permanent. Beautiful. Eat 11 of her cantaloupe and venison no-bake cookies and be sure to clean up all the crumbs. So like something like you begin your next adventure with a poison condition. Like that's supposed to be it's supposed to be like Adventures League. Like you start your next adventure. I would say that you have the poison condition until you finish exploring the next island you're on. Something like that. You must promise to communicate exclusively through dance during your next adventure. This does not prevent you from using verbal components to cast your spells, nor does it prevent you from using your bardic abilities. If you break this promise, you fall unconscious immediately, and any condition that Jenny's spellcasting removed from you is reapplied with no... Okay. Okay. Allow her to remove your thumbnails with her favorite hammer. Ow. Describe your family tree. You must go back at least 3 generations. Okay. So yeah, these are really cool. Like they're very roleplay heavy. I really enjoy making the players do these things. Obviously, some of them it's like, oh, bring the village executioner, praise the tax collector. You know, go to Grigori's shop. Like, well, that's not gonna work. But like, tell her your deepest, darkest fear. Like that's a really cool thing. I'm gonna put this link here. We will answer some questions, 3 for each of these tasks you complete for me. Though the answer you may seek, the solution revealed, we will speak. What? I already... Okay. For crafting the... that doesn't quite work. Yeah, for crafting the Cloak of Invisibility. Fates offer, we require a trade, a favor. Not heroic of scale, but no less a labor. We provide these services to you if the terms are acceptable to your party, your crew. I don't know what I just did with those voices, but you know, whatever. It's whatever. Use the with so got that. They demand that PCs kill Versi. Orsino's obviously gonna say fuck that, but that, you know, that's fine. That'll be interesting. You know, worst case scenario, they get Versi to use the loom. Epic path info questions. If you've seen the movie Stardust. I have not seen Stardust. There's a lot of things I need to watch. Nona. We will answer your questions 3. Decima. For each of these tasks you complete. 4. Not me. Rhyming dictionary. 3. Oh Jesus. Lee? For each of these tasks, we will answer your questions 3. For each of these tasks, we guarantee. Though the answer you may seek, the solutions reveal we will speak. I don't really get what... Yeah, I don't know what to do for that last couplet. Let's open the rhyming dictionary again. Seek. For the answers you now seek at threads of fate, we will peek. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's good enough. So, Morta, back of throat voice. Nona, surprisingly high-pitched. So, Nona, we will answer your questions 3. High-pitched and mad. Let's go with that. Decima. Shuddering voice. So, we will answer your questions 3. For each of these tasks, we guarantee. For the answers you now seek at threads of fate, we will peek. Yep, cool. Got my voices. Alright. Got my voices, got my lines, got my stuff. They're going to ask them to kill Versi, because that's just going to suck for them. If they have the Gorgon's blood with them, then they need it. If they don't have the Gorgon's blood with them, then they don't need it. I really don't care. I don't want the Gorgon's blood to be a limiting factor. And they have ways to get the Gorgon's blood. You know, they have this plan to craft a spell scroll of Galder's Instant Courier. Galder's... Nope. Speedy Courier. Galder's Speedy Courier. So Orsino is going to craft a spell scroll of Galder Speedy Courier, and then cast Galder Speedy Courier, put the spell scroll and anything else they need to send to Vulcan in that box, and then Vulcan then has a spell scroll with which he can send stuff back to them. So whenever they have the 20,000 gold pieces, they can just go, like, say, hey, Vulcan, we need that Gorgon blood. I don't think that it's really necessary to make them do that. I think that's... Actually, you know what? Screw it. It needs Gorgon blood. It needs Gorgon blood. So, fuck it. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do that. You can send the chest with a creature on a different wow, okay. So yeah, I think I'm just about done prepping. You know, I've got way more notes than I normally do. You know, the Island of the Fates is probably going to be, like, it's probably not going to be this very long thing. I do want to describe the dragon's egg as being in this, like, this basin, and then one of them goes over to the pond with the larvae in it. You know, it's filled with bubbling yellow ichor. They just take the ichor and just ladle it on top of the dragon egg, just to make them, make the players hate them a little bit. So that's probably the last thing that I wanted to mention. Can Luke not make a portable black hole? Are you suggesting a bag of holding and a portable hole? Is that what you're getting at? Because I don't think he can craft a portable hole. I know he can make a bag of holding. I don't think he can make a portable hole. Oh, for Vulcan. What? I'm confused. How? I don't think they have any way to, like, share space in any way with Vulcan other than, like, the Galder Speedy Courier. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to get items back and forth. They can get messages back and forth, no problem. Granny Morda is an ancient hag, claims to have lived for 10,000 years. I love how it's, like, not clear whether or not that's actually true. But thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Really appreciate Shadows for giving me all that honestly poetry. Let's call it poetry. Let's call it what it is. It rhymes. It's poetry. And thanks everyone for the channel point redemptions and all that. If you guys want, you have until Saturday to enter the monthly giveaway for last month for November. Our drawing for the monthly giveaway will be on Saturday during our Odyssey of the Dragonlord session, which is at 4 p.m. EST. So that's what I just prepped. So if you want to see the session that I just prepped, it's this coming Saturday, 4 p.m. EST. If you want to see the Curse of Strahd session that I just prepped, that's Sunday at 1 p.m. EST. And then we also have Rime of the Frost Maiden on Mondays at 6 p.m. EST. And then, of course, I do this DM prep 6 p.m. On Thursdays. And then Andy does DM prep for Frost Maiden on Saturdays right after our Odyssey game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. If not, what are you doing here? If you're watching us on Twitch, please check out our YouTube. We have every single episode we've ever recorded. I looked recently, it's like 230 something episodes of stuff. I got Dungeons of the Mad Mage, Descent into Avernus, DM Prep, Last Call, The Gilded Troll, Curse of Strahd, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, Rime of the Frost Maiden, Dragon of Ice Spire Peak, just so many different campaigns. Whatever floats your boat. I'm sure you'll find some campaign that you enjoy watching. And then we got TMNT. We've got a number of one shots as well. TMNT, Tower of Shadows, Attack on Copper Coil, a bunch of different one shots. If you're watching this on YouTube already and you already know all those things, check out the description. We've got links to our Twitch, to our Discord, to our Instagram, to our Twitter. You know what those things are used for, so I'm not going to describe, what Twitter is for. But yeah, please join our stuff. You can find that down below, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. And I hope that I will see all of you on Saturday for Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!